Is it totally irrelevant to the Fed what the political branches think? I mean, the President of the United States was elected by the people, after all. I mean, he can't tell the Fed what to do, but should they at least be listening to him a little bit and considering what he has to say?
Well, I think there's two things you should bear in mind about that. First of all, I don't think Fed officials would be surprised by that kind of reaction from this president or probably any president. They're free to comment on policy, and the Fed is there in part to take those kinds of jibes or barbs in any event. The Fed has to do what it believes is the best interest of economic performance over time. But you're quite right that the Fed can't and doesn't make policy in isolation. Ultimately, there has to be public support for the policies that the Fed implements. Frankly, quarter point increases in interest rates over time in a gradual way, the Fed has been doing it. I don't think there's been much public concern about those interest rate increases. I doubt there will be very much concern going forward, assuming that the economy performs reasonably well over time. If economic performance deteriorates or inflation accelerates materially or something like that develops, then the public's concern is going to increase, and pressure on the Fed may increase appropriately. But right now, things are moving nicely. The Fed expects some criticism when rates go up. Of course, the Fed got criticism when rates were very low from retirees and savers who were complaining, of course, that rates were too low, and it made it difficult for them to flourish on a month-by-month basis. So, this is all par for the course in my judgment.